Hey guys, this is That One Teacher and I teach marketing on this channel. So do check out my marketing playlist by clicking on the I button. I completed my MBA in year 2020 and I got placed in TCS. Currently, I work as a business analyst in TCS. So let me start this video by answering the most important question. How much package can we expect from TCS? I joined TCS as a fresher. For fresher, the package is usually between 5.5 to 6 lakhs per annum. And if you have an experience for more than 2 years, then you can expect a package slightly higher. And if you switch in few years, you can expect significantly higher package because you have worked in TCS before. So the brand name also has an advantage in the next gig. But how to get into TCS? Let me answer this question step by step. First of all, TCS conducts an off-campus drive. Unlike other companies that visit 10 colleges out of 100, and only the students from that college get a chance to get into that company, for TCS, regardless of your college, anybody can apply. And students from any stream, marketing, operations, finance, can apply for TCS. But the only condition is you have to be an engineer and you need to have 60% in your undergraduate with no year gap. Now, even if you don't have 60% or you have a year drop, you can still apply. But you need to have a reasonable explanation because it is going to be asked in your interview. For applying into TCS, TCS conducts an NQT or National Qualifier Test around November-December and forms are out around October. This test is similar to CAT or CET, where you get sections like quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, data interpretation and verbal ability. The difficulty level is easy to moderate, so a good thorough reading of R.S. Aggarwal would also suffice. Since the difficulty level is low, a lot of people clear this exam and the main filtering happens when we visit the TCS campus after we have cleared this exam. So for the next round, there is no group discussion. There are 2 successive interviews which are also an elimination round. That means if you cleared the first round, only then you get a chance to sit into the next round. The first interview is a mix of HR and technical round. So there are 2 sets of questions that are asked. The first set of questions are related to academic background in PG and in UG, about the internship experience, about any work experience that you have. Like I did my internship in sales. My few friends did their internship in marketing research. So what's more important is how you present your experience. For example, like I said, I did my internship in sales. I highlighted how much revenue me and my team generated for the company. And if you have a research experience, then you can highlight what are the problems that you encountered and how did you solve them, or what are the solutions that you suggested to the company. So the point is to highlight your work in a presentable form. For that, I would suggest have mock interviews with your friends because that will refine your answers better. The next set of questions were technical. Since I'm from a marketing background, I was asked about marketing model, marketing mix. The point is to not have thorough knowledge about each and every concept, but to have a clear understanding. So even if you explain with an example or in your own words, even that is okay. After you clear your first round, the second round is a tricky one because now you have many interviewers. There is one from HR. There are 2 interviewers from different domain, senior level employees, and the majority of the questions are related to your CV. So for example, my friend did a certification in digital marketing and one of the interviewer was at a senior level in digital marketing. So majority of his questions were related to that. So in-depth knowledge about your certification is must. If you don't have in-depth knowledge about your certification, then you should do what I did. Don't even mention it on a CV. In my case, the interviewers were from sales department, which was my luck. As I did my internship in sales, I was prepared for any type of question. What my company did, who are our major clients, how do we pitch to the clients, what are the hurdles that we face, how do we solve them, everything. I was confident in this interview because I did a lot of mock interviews with my MBA teacher, with my friends, and I had refined all these answers to these questions. So the point is to be prepared for everything that is present in your CV. You should be able to explain everything. Once you clear the second round, you are selected into TCS. So what role can you expect? Role depends upon project to project. Your role might even change once your project gets completed. So these roles could be digital marketer, it could be cybersecurity expert, or in cloud computing. But don't worry, because the project team guides you about your daily work and what they expect from you. There are also some internal certification courses that you can do to get more knowledge about your project. So this was the process of getting into TCS and what we can expect. It is a really great company to work for. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I've shared the link in my description. You can also post your questions in comments and I'll try to answer those. Subscribe to the channel because next week I'll be talking about how to get into Infosys based on my friend's experience who's currently working in that company. And do check out the playlist where I teach marketing in a storytelling format. Thank you for watching.